So what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Dalek JD, and as you've seen from the title of this video, we are going to be delving into some future content planned for Black Ops 4 Zombies that was leaked to us by the now ex-QA tester from Treyarch during the situation that went down last weekend. I'm sure all of you have heard about that by now, and I covered it in a video talking about my thoughts and opinions on it, but I didn't go into any details on the stuff that person leaked with regards to the future, and the stuff that was mentioned was regarding DLC 1 as well as a map remake coming. Now, as a Zombies YouTuber who brings you guys the news and information, I just couldn't ignore not talking about this, and it didn't feel quite right at the time, but now that things have been left for a few days, it feels like a great time to discuss it, as I'm very interested to hear what your viewpoints are on this, and if you haven't heard about it already, then this is the video for you. But before we go into any details, I just want to heavily mention that this video will contain spoilers. A lot of the things the QA tester has mentioned has indeed been correct, even up to the details of Speed Cola being added into the game in a title update very soon, and well, we got that earlier this week, so I have no doubts in my mind that this person has legitimate information, and what they've given out is public knowledge at this point, and it'd be silly for us not to talk about it because it's everywhere. A ton of different media outlets have spoken about this, as well as other various YouTubers, and I thought now is the right time to do it. But before we go into any details, if you're someone that doesn't enjoy spoilers, then I highly advise you to click off the video now. Big spoiler warning on your screen. If you continue watching, some of the things you'll hear will possibly be spoilers for the future, so if you don't like that, then just simply click off. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the first bits and pieces of information this QA tester revealed about future content with DLC 1. Now, this QA tester revealed that DLC 1 will be a prequel to the Chaos storyline maps, which is definitely something we didn't expect, and this person says that it follows 4 new characters at a mansion party where all of the other guests were turned into zombies. Now, various other people have also come out and stated that the story for this is the mansion owner is actually the owner of the Titanic, which is probably how it would tie in the stories together. But why we have 4 new characters after Treyarch introducing 4 new characters is a little weird to me. Perhaps we'll have a celebrity cast for this one, a bit like we had for Call of the Dead, so this map could be Black Ops 4's Call of the Dead. They also go on to mention that there are werewolves, Nosferatus, ghosts, secret chambers, and an upgradable wonder weapon based on the ray gun, which is really intriguing because we've heard many times before this game released that the Ether and Chaos stories are not linked, but there's going to be an upgradable wonder weapon based on the ray gun, so that's really interesting. Someone told me a few months ago that we were going to have a zombies map filled with gladiators and tigers and massive mutated monsters that walk on stilts that have tongues that grab you. I'd probably say that sounds absolutely horrendous, but 9's actually a really good map. So this does sound very outlandish and bold and different to what we're used to, but I think when this actually comes around, this could be quite cool. I definitely felt like there was some Infinite Warfare Zombies vibes when I heard stuff about werewolves and ghosts, but if they pull it off properly, this could be a really fun map. If you're a little confused when you heard the word Nosferatus and had no idea what it means, it's possibly an archaic Hungarian-Romanian word, which is synonymous with the word vampire. So essentially, we're going to have vampires on this map as well. Now, in the 9 and Voyage map, some of the character quotes have hinted at a mansion setting as a possible location they would go to. Can't remember the specific details on which character says it, but I'm pretty sure it's a character on Voyage of Despair that makes a comment about a mansion. So if the QA testers leak in mind as well as the character quotes, that sort of matches up. And before the release of Black Ops 4 Zombies, people managed to get hold of the code names of all of the zombies maps within the beta of Black Ops 4, and within there was a map titled ZM Mansion. So that also lines up, so it seems pretty legitimate that we will have a mansion map in the future, but according to that QA tester, we could be getting that as DLC 1. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. A mansion party setting with vampires and werewolves and a wonder weapon that is similar to the ray gun. It sounds pretty crazy and sounds like a lot of fun. But judging from the amount of detail in the different corridors on the map Voyage of Despair, it sounds like if the mansion is true, there could be a ton of really cool detail. And I really hope that Treyarch take the openness of the 9 map, which makes that such a fun map to play, and incorporates that sort of spacing as well into this map. Now, aside from just DLC 1, the QA tester also leaked that testing hadn't yet begun for a Nuketown Zombies remake, but that person said Nuketown Zombies will 100% be coming back, although they're not sure how they'll release it. Now, me personally, I'm in two minds about Nuketown Zombies coming back if this is indeed true. It would be amazing because it's yet again one of the other maps that has yet to have a remake in Black Ops Zombies so far, so that will be another one closer to having every single map have been remade. Nuketown Zombies is a very fun map to play. It's very challenging due to its small size, but that's also a burden on the map as it's not as big as the maps we're used to, so people could easily get bored of a map like Nuketown Zombies. It was pretty bare bones. All it had was perks, pack-a-punch, mystery box, and that is about it. There wasn't really anything else to do on that map apart from get to round 25 where everything changed and Richtofen became the overall controller of the zombies. The eyes of the zombies' colors changed to blue, and it was pretty awesome to hear the Moon storyline play out throughout your time playing Nuketown. I definitely think that was cool. And at the time, Nuketown Zombies was just a one-off bonus map, and it pretty much done what it said on the tin. It was a bonus map to play, but it wasn't as fully fleshed out as a normal map. Since that map also had a little bit of storyline details with regards to the Victor's crew as Marlton was stuck in the bunker there is a lot of room for Treyarch to go back and explore this story and really open it up. Perhaps we could literally open the Nuketown bunker and physically interact with Marlton and see what was going on during that story. We already have the underground bunkers completely, fully in the game now, thanks to the Nuketown Blackout portion of the map, so it wouldn't exactly be difficult for Treyarch to implement that into a zombies portion of a map too. It'd be really great as well as if they are rewriting some of what's happened, perhaps this is a Nuketown from a different version of the timeline, then things could happen a little bit differently. Perhaps we could physically play as Victus, maybe they end up in Nuketown, or there could be something entirely different that we're not even thinking about yet that Treyarch are going to do to rewrite history and rewrite the story. Perhaps we do release Marlton from that bunker and the events of Black Ops 2 change to be completely different, with different outcomes which affect all of history and basically the cycle of events that we're used to. There's also the opportunity as well that the map could be much bigger than it is right now. Like I said again, the Nuketown portion of the Blackout map is a lot bigger than any Nuketown map we've ever had before, with so much area to cover, and all of that did exist in the Nuketown Zombies map, but it was gated off and you couldn't access it. Opening the map up to have more spaces would be really, really cool, as it would just open the fact for there to be more stuff to do on the map and make it feel like it's a completely different map as opposed to just a remake. Like I mentioned earlier, the QA tester hasn't mentioned on how Treyarch are going to be releasing this, and that's where I want to ask you guys. A lot of people would be very happy with this as a free map, and I am definitely one of those people. If this map is a DLC map as one of the 4 DLCs, I'd hope that the Nuketown remake is pretty damn good for it to be an entire DLC taken in that season. My one big worry with the Aether storyline right now is the 2 maps we've got for it are remakes, and Nuketown Zombies is a further addition to that remake, which is obviously going to be in the Aether storyline. I just really hope that the Aether storyline on Black Ops 4 is not littered with simply maps that are remakes. I would love them to actually produce a brand new map that involves our old characters in some way. Even the comic loading screen shows our Primus characters minus Primus Richtofen and Ultimus instead at Monty's house in Revelations, so it's probably a given that part of that map may be remade, or at least that portion of the map will be remade. So it just feels like there's a lot of remade content, and whilst it's not necessarily a bad thing, I just hope that there's some new stuff added in as well when it comes to the Aether story, as that's what most of the community are the most interested in right now. Giving us 2 Chaos story maps straight off the bat with storyline which hasn't quite gripped everyone, and then having a prequel just feels like it's a little bit off to me. But I guess only time will tell what is going to happen with the Zombies DLC, and whenever we get some official announcements, I'll be sure to update you guys here on the channel. But I thought I'd make this video because it's pretty impossible to ignore what went down and speak about this, but I wanted to do it in a format where those that want to know can know, and the people that don't want to be spoiled simply don't have to watch. I'm a news channel and we cover all the news, and it's pretty difficult to ignore such a big leak like this. But let me know all your thoughts and feedback down below in the comment section. If you're excited by what you're hearing, leave a like rating as well. And thank you very much for watching, as I really, really appreciate it. So DLC 1 is going to be a mansion setting with vampires and werewolves. I'd love to know your feedback on what you think on this down below in the comment section, guys. If you missed my previous uploads, you can find them on your screen right now. I highly advise you to go on and click those if you've missed those uploads. But if you've got any video requests as well, please drop them down below, as I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to start live streaming again very soon, as I'd like to try some Easter egg challenges, perhaps try a realistic Easter egg run with a few friends. If you'd like to see that, let me know down below. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon.